All right, we have reached 4.05. Let's take a look at the 4.05 assessment. The skill is one of our most complicated conditional statements, that we will present that the AP College Board requires. That is the if-else-if conditional statement. And the program that we will construct is called a body mass index calculator. This is an app. You can get this app from the Google Play Store or the iTunes or wherever Apple sells their apps. You can also write this app, and that's what we're going to do. So let's take a look at the assignment instructions. Let's return the page. Well, this is the assignment page here, letting you know we have assignment instructions and a grading rubric. So let's take a look at the rubric first. The rubric is ready. The rubric contains a lot of things that you're used to seeing. There's a specification for how the height should be entered, okay, separately as feet and inches. Very important. Of course, your if-else-if block should be, accurately coded. We want to use Boolean expressions in the conditional statement. And then we have our typical specifications. So you see we have about 3 very unique specifications where all of the points are centrally located around. Okay. All right, so let's move on to the assignment instructions. All right, lots of instructions here for the body mass index calculator. Up top here, quite typical type of instructions. We have some instructions on how the user is going to enter their first name, all right, the last name, and their height. Okay, you should have conversion factors for English to metric units available from an earlier program. Okay, the height will be entered again using feet and inches. You will use a standard formula in metric units to calculate the BMI. And here's a formula where weight is in kilograms and height is in meters. So this is where when you come back up here, you're going to have to convert, but you've done that already. If you're at this point, this is no big deal at all. Okay. 6 is the chart. This is where your if-else-if conditional statement comes into play, right? Right? If below 8.5, right? Else, right? Else, right? So this is where you're going to set up the multiple options that are available. And the if-else-if statement is centered around when a user or a programmer has multiple options. All right, and display the output in a user-friendly fashion. And here is the expected output. You should be able to put these numbers in. I can't highlight this picture. I can't highlight the text in this picture. You should be able to put these numbers in and obtain a BMI of approximately 25 and 6/10, okay, which is categorized as overweight. I believe I come in at 25.8, unfortunately. So let's take a look at the progression of this one. We have page 1 where we introduce the if-else-if conditional statement. There's a part 1 and part 2 walking through the logic. Page 2, resources and EI Max Lab, okay, which is over here. Notice for this EI Max Lab that I'm highlighting in the middle of the page that you only need pages 2 and 3. Page 1 should have already been covered with the if and the if-else conditional statement. So when we come over here to the left, we have Java Basics, okay, we have program control, and we have conditional statements. You're only going to be responsible for pages 2 and 3. My mouse is on page 2 and 3. I click on page 2. which takes me to the conditional statements lab for the if-else-if. Okay, this is a super lab, right? A super lab. Look at that. Here's a long one where you really get to walk through how this thing works. Okay, we bounce back over to the right to our main curriculum. We have a part 2 from the EI Max. Okay. We have a practice. Okay, we have a practice. Okay, that this is good practice here. You should not skip it. And we're back to our assignment instructions page. Okay, let's take a look at this program in runtime. The BMI calculator run. First space last. Enter the weight. Notice we're entering in English units or standard units, and the calculator does the conversion to metric for the height and weight, which are highlighted. And here's my BMI that I always get for my specs at 25.8. Okay, so I hope this helps. Yeah, overweight. Yep, I know.